I came across a thought recently that I haven't been able to stop thinking about. It goes like this: people who are happy by themselves can be happy with almost anyone. At first, thought about it, is it really that right statement? I mean, I tried to disagree with it, but I then looked at myself and kind of like thought, no, that's a real statement. See, some people are toxic, some people are selfish, some people will make your life worse no matter how emotionally healthy you are. So the quote can't literally mean anyone. But the more I thought about it, the more I felt like there was something true hidden inside it. Maybe the point isn't who they can be with. Maybe the point is about what they are not looking for. I think a lot of people secretly want a relationship to solve a feeling: loneliness, emptiness, boredom, insecurity, the feeling that something is missing. And honestly, I understand that. Who doesn't want to be feel loved? Who doesn't want someone to choose them? Who doesn't want to feel important to another human being? But sometimes I wonder, if we ask another person to fix the problem that they didn't create, to heal wounds that they didn't cause, to give us identity, a purpose, a sense of worth. And that's a lot. That's really heavy thing to place on another person. Have you ever noticed how some people seem desperate to find someone? Not because they are in love, not because they have met somebody special, but because they hate being alone. The relationship almost doesn't matter. What matters is escaping themselves. And maybe that's why so many relationships start with excitement and end with disappointment. Because eventually another person realizes they are being asked to carry something impossible, to be someone's happiness, to be someone's meaning, to be someone's reason for feeling okay. And no human being can do that forever. I think where is the quote start making sense. People who enjoy being alone and don't expect another person to rescue them. They aren't searching for a missing piece. They are not trying to escape themselves. They are already okay, not perfect, not constantly happy, just okay. And that changes everything. Because when you are okay by yourself, relationships stop feeling like a survival. They become a choice. You are not saying, please make my life complete. You are saying, my life is already happening. Come share it with me. There is a complete different type of love. And honestly, I don't think enough people talk about this. We spend so much time talking about finding the right person, very little time talking about becoming the kind of person who can be alone without falling apart. Maybe because that's harder. Finding someone feels exciting. Sitting alone with your own thoughts is not. It's uncomfortable, sometimes painfully uncomfortable. You notice things, your fears, your insecurities, the parts of yourself you have been avoiding, and it's tempting to distract yourself from all of that. With entertainment, with work, scrolling, relationships, anything, because being alone forces you to meet yourself, and sometimes you don't like what you meet. I think that's why so many people fear loneliness, not because they fear being alone, but because they fear being alone with themselves. And maybe that's a real change: not finding someone, learning how to enjoy your own company, learning how to exist without constant distraction, learning how to spend a Saturday evening with yourself without feeling like you have failed at life. Because if you can do that, something interesting happens. You stop treating people like emotional life rafts. You stop needing constant reassurance. You stop panicking every time someone pulls away. You stop chasing people who clearly don't want to stay. Not because you have become cold, but because you have realized your entire emotional world doesn't have to depend on another person. And that's incredibly freeing. The funny thing is, I think people who are comfortable being alone often ends up having better relationships, not because they are better people, but because they are less desperate, because they are not trying to squeeze happiness out of somebody else. They are bringing their own happiness into their relationships, and that changes the dynamic completely. The relationships become a bonus, not a necessity, a connection, not a cure. Now, obviously, human beings need people. I am not saying we should all become isolated monks living in the mountains. Connection matters, friendships matter, love matters, probably more than the most things. Maybe love works best when it isn't carrying the responsibility of saving us. Maybe the healthiest relationships happen when two people who can stand on their own decide to work together, not because they need to, but because they wanted to. And maybe that's what the quote was really trying to say. People who are happy by themselves can be happy with almost anyone because they are not asking another person to create their happiness. They are already carrying it with them. The relationship doesn't become the source of their peace, it becomes something they share. And the older I get, the more I think probably the difference between love and dependence. One says, I need you to be okay, the another says, I am already okay, but I'm glad you are here.